It's easier today to get into the property market in Melbourne than it was 7 years ago. Let me explain how. So we bought our first home in 2018. We bought a house in Geelong for $487,500. That property today is worth about $650,000. So obviously it's increased quite a bit. It's gone up about 33% in 7 years. Now, just to confirm that the numbers that I'm using, I'm going to use my property as an example, but these do apply to properties across Melbourne and Victoria. Melbourne properties have grown by about 15% over the last 5 years and about 40% over the last 10 years. So the fact that our property's grown by 33% over 7 years means we're actually outperforming the average, which means that the numbers that I'm going to apply should apply even more so for your average property in Victoria. So in 2018, the minimum wage in Australia was $18.29. What that meant is that to buy that property for $487,000 would require 12.8 years of full-time work at minimum wage. Today, minimum wage is $24.95. That property is now worth $650,000, which means to buy that same property on minimum wage would require 12.5 years of full-time work at the minimum wage, down from 12.8 when we bought it. Now, obviously there's a lot of complicating factors to this, but the fact remains that when it comes to minimum wages, buying property is actually easier today than it was 7 years ago, and that applies even more so to properties that may have underperformed the average capital growth versus our property which overperformed the capital growth. Let me know your thoughts.